Back in the good old Demon Realm.
Good deal.
This is
All
the only
right.
shit we've even put up, except for those updates about the game.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Like, did we have some other stuff?
I did.
Huh. I
I mean,
thought
you and I did a bunch of shit, but yeah,
it ain't
I
here.
haven't done one of those. I haven't done one of those. What is it? The J Souls videos in a long time. I can't get
ah,
motivated to play Demon Souls.
bummer.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's just I don't. I can't do it. It's never really been my favorite Souls game, and for some reason I just can't. Especially knowing that I'm gonna be like judged based on how I play it, and I'm not that familiar with it.
Okay. Hmm. I don't know. You don't necessarily have to be too good at it, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, look, I play a bunch of games all the time. I'm shitty at everything. It doesn't stop me. Like, I'll
Yeah,
fucking.
but you don't put it online.
I might. I'd make a spectacle out of myself for
Oh,
other people's amusement. I don't
dude,
mind doing that. I've done it before.
have you seen the Doom trailers and the footage, the playable chapter they put out or something like that?
Yeah, I've seen some trailers. That's about it.
Yeah, everybody is taking the piss out of the Polygon reviewer that played the first level because it was like somebody's mom playing the game or something.
Yeah, that's a little different though. Like if you're a reviewer,
Yeah.
that's a little different than just some schlub that fucking plays video games on the internet. You're allowed to fuck up, but if like you're supposed to write like an articulate, informative review of games in general. I don't know. You should probably know how to play them fairly well, especially the ones you're reviewing. I guess
Yeah,
so that kind of makes sense.
yeah, a lot of the big channels are bad. But he was just this person. It was a lot of people are calling him oh my little kid could play it better and blah 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 all this. Really, they
Right,
just play it like someone who doesn't play games. You know what I mean? Like especially from like a
right,
generation ago. Like if you ever take someone like some baby boomer and like here's a controller and they just have no idea
right,
and they
right.
just can't
Exactly.
walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. It was like that.
Oh shit, dude. How the fuck do you land a job reviewing games if you never play games?
I,
That's like, why would you want that job? Like, I mean, if you're, I don't know, if you're like a student of journalism or something, you just want to write reviews or you want to write anything. Like, why would you just fucking like throw yourself into a field that
they all applied at Salon or The Guardian or Mother Jones and couldn't get work there, so they became
they became everything they hate?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and really, really fucking hate. God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was this other one. I was reading this thread of all these people taking the piss out of this guy who was so bad at the new Doom, and someone said, "Oh yeah, if you think that's rich, here's another one from Polygon," and it was a short video of a guy from Polygon playing this gun game. It wasn't really like a game. It was more like uh, I don't know, a demo or something. But it was supposed to be like you use the controls to manipulate a gun in real time and actually like load the magazine in and pull the bolt back and so forth.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it was like virtual reality gun interface, right? You actually
Right.
put the weapon up to your shoulder, look down the sights, and fire at a target. But it's just like a shooting range, right? And so it's this little thing that people put up on Steam, I guess, and they got this guy to mess around with it for a Polygon review. And this guy, he's like, I get the feeling like the moment he steps outside, he immediately starts complaining about a grass allergy. He was like, I don't really like guns. One time I lived in a house and there was a gun and I felt less safe for having the gun and I just never. And then he takes he has while he's talking, he has a Colt pattern rifle, like an M16 series rifle, right?
Right.
And he picks it up, starts turning it around in his virtual hand, and with his virtual left hand, he takes a pistol clip and tries to feed it into the magazine port. And I'm fucking dying.
I thought he was going to be like inspecting the barrel, looking down the barrel of his gun. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, like, the fucking thing, the disconnect with some of these, we all know the type of person you're describing right now. Like, I don't know what the adjective is I'm looking for, but we know who he is, right? These fucking people, the fact that I don't really like guns, well, that's convenient because you don't have one right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, that was the thing is he's like talking about, yeah, I felt less safe, and the thing is, like, I don't know if you live in the South. I'm sure you've been around guns all the time. Watching someone handle one who doesn't know what they're doing just sends a chill down your spine, you know?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. It's like most of the time we shut that shit down pretty fast.
Yeah, and it's like, and okay, so he says, one thing that kind of startled me is, and I found out, is after you take out the magazine or clip or whatever, you can still shoot it once, which really startled me.
That startle you.
Yeah, he's like really scared, and it shows him like holding the gun, like pointing it up and diagonally up and away, holding it sideways, and he just accidentally discharges it and it hits, glances off the wall in the distance. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be scared fucking shitless if I was around you.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. Like, yeah, dude, if you were in a house with me and there was a gun at the home, yeah, I'd be fucking terrified. Fucking have to put that shit in a safe or something. Oh, God.
Yeah, I've suddenly become an advocate of trigger locks in a big way.
Oh, yeah. Like, the fucking idiot who doesn't know how to handle the goddamn thing, feels unsafe, doesn't realize that those two things might be related.
Yeah.
That it's not necessarily the object that you're holding. Like, if you handled a fucking kitchen knife the same way you're handling the firearm, I'd be terrified of the kitchen knife around you, too, you fucking moron. It's only a matter of time for you to fall on it.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't really like knives because they're sharp. You know what really terrified me is that one end of the knife was sharper than the other. And then
how are you supposed to know?
Yeah, how do you know which one it is?
Yeah, do you ever watch Dark Side Phil?
I don't think so.
Do you know
no.
You know what I'm talking about?
It sounds familiar. I don't know why that sounds.
He's this guy who's like notoriously bad at games, and he's always like, "Well, they don't explain anything, even if it explicitly explained." And I can just imagine him, like holding the knife by the blade, and he's like, "Well, how am I supposed to know? They don't explain anything."
Blood trickling down his forearm. Like, how do you know? It's like, yeah, fuck.
This shiny part looked really pretty. I figured that's the part you're going to be attracted to. That's what you're going to hold.
I mean, can we get back though when it comes to games and like people that review? Can we get back to people reviewing games and playing games that like them? Yeah. Can we just do that? Like, you don't see like people. I watch one sport and one sport only, and when I'm watching it, you don't hear the commentators going, "Fuck, here we go again." You know what I mean? It's people that actually like the sport. So it's like, why are we getting to this place where the opinion of somebody like took a fucking a bunch of social science courses is now like who we have to listen to talk about the shit that you're into? It doesn't make sense. Yeah, why don't you go do? And I think it's because they don't like anything. I mean, that's really all I can think. Like, don't you have anything that you're interested in? Go do that. What are you doing?
It seems like it's just bitching about SJW type issues.
Yeah,
I
guess that's the.
I think it was also a Polygon article where someone wrote an article saying, "Yeah, it's a shame you can't talk to the demons."
What, just to fucking kind of reason with them and shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's be diplomatic with the bloodthirsty monsters. Good idea.
And you can hear his like, I don't know, you can hear his dissatisfaction and how blasé he is about the whole thing. He's like, well, the graphics are good, you can't say that they're not, blah, blah, blah. People who just like a very simple shooting thing, where that's all you do is kill stuff, you'll be happy. And it's like, he must have, I bet he, like, just went through his article after he had written it, like, in one sitting, of course, and he's just like deleting all the parts where he calls his audience morons and mouth breathers. It's like,
right. And there's 38 seconds left in his commentary. Oh, Jesus, dude. Yeah, it was kind of like the whole whatever his name is, McIntosh. I don't fucking. when he was doing the thing about at E3 when they were doing the Doom introduction, whatever. What are we doing? Oh, the humanity! What's wrong with us? You know, it's like, what's wrong with you, motherfucker? Again, there's none of this is happening. You do know that, right? You do know that there's not a chainsaw wielding maniac.
He's said on numerous occasions, and who knows if this guy's even serious? I mean, I'd like to think he's not. But
yeah,
like,
we all.
he said on numerous times that, he said on numerous occasions that he makes no distinction between reality and fantasy, which explains everything.
That's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, does he realize how fucking horrifying that is? It's like, well, what the fuck? Well, I'm glad you're on the pacifist end of the spectrum then, with that kind of mentality, because that could get really fucking disturbing. Like, just fucking walk up and stab a random stranger. People do it in video games.
Yeah.
People do it in GTA. So, fuck this Arby's employee. I'm stabbing him. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. You got to make some fucking allowances here. Like, God, these fucking people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you are going to say something like what I was just referring to, you kind of have to have that opinion if your interest is being consistent at all intellectually. You kind of have to go, I can't make the distinction. When you go, what's wrong with everybody when there's a video game being played? Yeah, God, unfortunately, you have to be consistent.
Well, I mean, that's pseudo-intellectualism. An intellectual, someone who's like trying to polish their critical thinking, they look to understand the differences, right?
Right.
They make distinctions. They make subcategories. They say, okay, this might seem similar to that, but it's different in this critical way. I mean,
Right.
therein lies all, metaphysics and study. It's like, it's like, and it goes from philosophy and science and everything in between or outside. It's like, you look at two different species of fucking moth, and you're like, yeah, if you look closely, one of them is different in some way, so we're going to create a different clade for it, But
Yeah.
then you talk to a pseudo-intellectual, and they're like, aren't moths and mountain lions really the same thing? It's like, and that's what it is to be clever according to a pseudo-intellectual standard. Is just like you try to look clever by playing dumb, and you try to make distinction. Well, you try to erode distinctions and discard them. And it's like, well, isn't that just the same thing? And then of course you get to play, these stupid, It's like, oh, well, isn't that just the same thing as the Nazis did? I'm like, well, I doubt it, because if the Nazis weren't like the superlative of what you're trying to, talk about, then you wouldn't use them as a counterexample at all for the shock value. It's just,
Right. Yeah, no shit. Yeah. You wouldn't be bringing up other shit to make your point. We'd just be talking about the thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
And identifying, whatever it is you have a problem with. But dude, I never thought that I'd be here, explaining to adults that I mean, this is not the same thing as a violent rampage. Just like, what the fuck, dude? Come on. Yeah, I'd like to think he's full of shit too, but I don't know.
Well,
And
the
it's-
question is, does he know it?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's what I mean, intentionally full of shit, just having fun with everybody. It would be nice though, you have this large audience of just complete morons. You can just manipulate with your bullshit. And, it's a paycheck in some way, shape, or form.
Get him
What does
to-
that guy? What does that guy do, by the way?
He's already like a rich kid.
Okay,
He shows footage. Like his family has a house on an island. I don't know if they own the island, but his folks, I guess, are just filthy rich. So he just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Okay, well, there. Okay.
I mean, he's
Jesus.
talking to
He was
people about
homeschooled on an
privilege, right?
island.
He's talking about
Yeah.
people about privilege and shit, and then he uploads on his Twitter a footage of arcade games, the actual cabinets, the arcade games that he is putting in his house, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
he has this one. He's like, I forget which game it is, so I'm going to say Galaga, right? I don't remember
Right.
what but he's like a lonely Galaga arcade cabinet, and with a little frowny face. and it's like, oh, and it's a picture of him with a whatever the game was. Like I said, I'm just go with Galaga, and
Right.
he has a little sad emote because it's his only arcade cabinet in his house because the other ones haven't arrived yet. Right?
Fuck these people. Oh
That,
god.
that's not a first world problem. That's a, I don't know, 0.5 world problem. It's just,
Right. No
like,
shit.
you can't even. I don't know.
It's like the Black Hitler guy. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, like isn't he fucking filthy rich? Like what? It would be nice to see one of these people that wasn't like filthy fucking rich complaining about oppression.
Yeah,
It would just be nice to see one.
I wish I could be adopted by a billionaire so I could have the best of both worlds. I could have, the indolence and luxury, but not be a complete fucking shithead.
Yeah.
of actually growing up in a wealthy household, which apparently just perverts your brain in all kinds of ways.
Apparently it fucking does. Like I guess most people just can't handle it. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking think about it anymore. I really don't.
Yeah.
But holy shit. Like you start off like just so much better off than like everybody on the planet, and somehow you get to I am oppressed.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you would get there. I don't know what the fuck would happen that would get you there. It fucking blows my mind. I don't know. Anyway, okay. All that being said, I guess we should try to get pregnant now. I guess
Yeah.
good
Actually,
deal.
let's see, appearance.
Actually, you might already be.
Yeah, I was
Keep
gonna
track.
I was just playing another game actually before we got started. It was it's called Flexible Survival,
Mhm.
and I debated whether or not to play. We need to get another ending on this one so we can go play. You'll like Flexible Survival. It's like a mud, but it's like, imagine the mud that used to play combined with this game, but also with a science fiction theme to it instead of fantasy.
Killer. That'd be good.
It's like post-apocalypse.
Well, yeah, and last time we played, I remember I was just eating a bunch of things that made my balls and dick bigger, so things are out of control now.
Yeah.
Especially with my nuts. I remember I had big balls by the time we quit.
Watermelon sized, it says.
Yeah, and I think didn't I like reach capacity with the ball size? Like I don't think they can get.
I don't think there's if there's a capacity, it's pretty high.
Oh, okay, so good. I'm glad to know I'm not there yet, but I feel like whatever I was drinking or eating wasn't working anymore.
Yeah, it's funny. The Flexible Survival has a multiplayer version, multiplayer mud, and I thought, okay, well, we'd look at it and then go back, do one, recording session where we just figure it out, because I'm not that familiar with it really either.
Right.
And then we would go back and each of us play a character, right? And do the multiplayer live, right?
Oh, that'd be killer.
And I just got to thinking that this is like, I think it'll be a whole, because right now you and I are like two minds in one virtual body walking around as Mullet Jr.
Right.
But see, it's two different characters. The question is, like, a game like that features like multiplayer sex and rape. I can't imagine it's hard to estimate how popular the game is overall, how many people actually play it. I'm sure maybe they have some statistics on the site, but I can't help but wonder if that game hasn't ruined at least some friendships.
Over the virtual rape.
Yeah, over the either, and I think it's also probably begun some very unhealthy friendships.
No shit. Can you imagine, like, how people meet, on games and shit all the time, and in that scenario, it's like, oh yeah, I met Larry on this. He raped me like 19 times, and that's how we and we just hit it off. We just fucking hit it off after that.
Well, there was that Minecraft server we were on. It wasn't Slapistan, it was another one, and there was these people were going to have a Minecraft wedding, and for a while I was plotting to blow up their wedding, but I think I missed it.